welcome to Posse Presents. Tonight I'm going to have to keep the small talk small. Last week I put up a post and I asked for suggestions for adoptables for last week's show, and I got a few and it worked really well. And so I put up the same post today and I ended up with 14 dogs that everybody wants me to put up on the show tonight, which is more than I've ever done myself before. So I'm going to do my best to get through showing 14 dogs for adoption. And let me just say that that speaks volumes about the number of homeless animals there are out there and the fact that this is the slowest time of the year. Please, people, if you can adopt, consider fostering, because it does make a great difference in an animal's life. All these dogs are open to fosters, some of them, all of them are available for adoption. Every single one of them is posted on the Posse Presents Facebook page, so if I go a little fast for you, you can go find them on there. Also, before I get started, I want to wish a very happy birthday to the president, the fabulous president of one of the most fabulous organizations that I know, and that would be Greg Belcher, president of Bikers Against Animal Cruelty. Happy birthday, Greg. I hope you had a great day. I hope that you have a great year, and thank you for all that you do. You're amazing. All right, so we're going to try and get through 14 dogs. We're going to start off tonight. You're not going to see much of me, I'll tell you. It's a great thing for all of you at home. Anyway, Wally. Let's get Wally up. Zach's got his work cut out for him tonight. Wally is a big, laid-back mush who also has a goofy side. He went into Meriden Animal Control as a stray and was never claimed. He loves belly rubs and sunbathing. He did fine with a male dog he was introduced to, but he plays a little rough, so he's going to need someone with bully experience and either an adult-only home or one with older kids, more like teens. Wally is about 6 years old, and he has lots of love to give. And you can find out more about Wally by emailing adopt@savingpawsct.org. Once again, that's adopt@savingpawsct.org. Next up, we have Ozzy. Ozzy is the longest resident at the Ansonia Animal Shelter. Last year he was picked up off the streets and he was emaciated. He's had months of love and recuperation and has transformed physically and behaviorally. All they usually need is love, folks. Anyway, Ansonia is full and Ozzy has been waiting for so long for his special someone. If you are interested in Ozzy, you can call Ansonia Animal Shelter at 203-410-7716. That's 203-410-7716. And remember, Ansonia is full. That's not a good thing. So if you can adopt, if you're not interested in Ozzy, there's plenty of other dogs. Please get them out of that situation because it usually doesn't end well for the dogs. Next up, we have, by special request, a repeat appearance of Onyx. And Onyx is at Barkhamsted Animal Control, and we've put her up on the show before, but she's still waiting. I mean, she's been there for months now, and she's a really special girl. Is it her fur color? Because, black dogs, brindle dogs, they seem to be the most overlooked in shelters, which really just boggles my mind because I would gravitate to both of those. Anyway, right now, Onyx needs to be an only pet, and, there's a lot of dogs that are like that, and, it's not anything wrong with the animal. It's just most people don't like other people. Never mind, why should dogs like other dogs? So she's a sweetheart. She loves everyone. She's good with kids, and, she's just a little anxious around other dogs, which, is probably something she'll be able to overcome with time and patience. But so as not to set her up to fail, the goal is to find her an only home. Onyx is about 4 years old, and she's about 80 pounds. She's very strong and will need a dog-savvy family and consistent training. Every dog needs consistency, and especially certain ones that display, any kind of uncertainty around new situations or other animals. It's a good idea. Be consistent. So if you're interested in Onyx, and if a certain someone is listening, I have invited Onyx to come on the show personally, and I'm waiting. Anyway, 860-309-7228. Once again, 860-309-7228 if you would like to find out more or set up an appointment to meet Onyx. And I'm sure, I'll leave that alone. Okay, next up we've got Willie. And Willie is a Town of Hempstead animal shelter dog. He was adopted last year, but unfortunately his person fell ill and can no longer care for him. And that's heartbreaking. Since April, he's been back at the shelter, and imagine how sad he must be. I can't imagine what goes on in their heads. Animals are far more sensitive than so many people give them credit for, and to bounce between, a home and to just get settled in and then, be back at the shelter, it's got to be pretty awful. But Willie needs an adult home, no cats, and he's under-socialized with other dogs, so they're putting him out as an only pet for now, or maybe a very tolerant housemate. I don't know. To add to Willie's woes, Willie had a growth on his foot and had surgery, so now he's in some pain and he has no home to recover in. Even a foster situation would make Willie's life more comfortable right now. So again, that's where a lot of these dogs, if they just had a foster home, it would make life so much better for them. It would make all the difference in the world. So if you're interested in meeting Willie or finding out more about Willie, the number to call for my friends at Tojas is 516-785-5220. Once again, that's 516-785-5220. Let's take a look at Annabelle. And Annabelle is with Pack Leaders Rescue of Connecticut. She's a sweet, loving girl who can be a little shy at first, but once she is comfortable, she will be your best friend. She's agile and active. She's very smart. She knows basic commands. She's house trained, crate trained, spayed, up to date with her vaccinations, microchipped, and ready to move in. So if you're interested in Annabelle, and again, here's another dog that's, a black dog that's probably been overlooked just because she's a black dog. I don't get it. Black and brindle. Anyway, Pack Leaders Rescue CT at gmail.com. Pack Leaders Rescue CT at gmail.com. Next up, we have Jace. Jace is a handsome 3-year-old who loves the outdoors. He's been in training and he knows his basic commands. He is very treat motivated. He would do well with older kids and seems to like other dogs. There would have to be a meet and greet in order to make sure that the chemistry is there. Jace is neutered. He's up to date. He's microchipped. He's house trained. And once again, if you are interested in Jace, you can email packleadersrescueCT at gmail.com. PackleadersrescueCT at gmail.com. And I'm just going to add a little aside here. All of the Pack Leaders animals, when they are adopted, come with 1 month of free health insurance. So that's kind of a bonus when you're getting started with an animal and, want to take them to the vet, etc., and so on. If anything happens, you're covered. So that's a good thing. Next up, we have Midas. And, oh, look at that face. Midas adores people. He's a great dog who is in need of a foster or forever home. He's no cats for Midas, but he may be able to live with a female who is his own size. He's a strong boy, so older children would be best, and he is in the process of learning how not to pull on the leash, but he knows basic commands, and he's just, another gorgeous, handsome dog that's looking for a home. If you are interested in Midas, you can go to www.furryfriendsct.org. Once again, www.furryfriendsct.org, and you will find Midas posted there, and you will find all the information you need if you would like to fill out an application. Next up, we have Adele. Adele is a 4-year-old sweetheart who would make a great family pet. She is good with kids and other dogs. She's crate and house trained. She's spayed. She's up to date on vaccinations, and she's ready to find a new home. Look at that sweet face. I can't even stand it. If you are interested in Adele, you can call Robbie at 860-816-0176. Once again, that's 860-816-0176. And look at her, she's like all blended into her background there. Anyway, next we have Nala. And Nala is a 2-year-old, very energetic girl who would love to find a family soon. For now, no small children, because she doesn't know her own strength. And when people say that, no little kids, kids over a certain age, it's mostly because a dog doesn't know its own strength. It might be, jump or knock a child over. And again, nobody wants to set a dog up to fail when they put that disclaimer there. So anyway, Nala does have to work on her jumping. She loves everyone. She's good with other dogs. Again, spayed, up to date with vaccinations. Fumbling. She's crate and house trained. And if you are interested, again, you can call Robbie at 860-816-0176, 860-816-0176. Next, we have Bruno. Now, Bruno is a 3.5-year-old Rottie, and so who says there are no purebred dogs in rescue? Here's a case where you're wrong. Bruno is definitely a find. He's good with other dogs of all sizes. He's good with kids. He's crate trained and house trained. He's neutered, up to date on vaccinations, and he's just waiting for his forever family to find him. Once again, if you are interested in him, you can call 860-816-0176, 860-816-0176. Next, we have Cesara. And Cesara is an absolutely gorgeous girl with a personality to match. She is house and crate trained and has done well learning commands. She'll need a patient and consistent leader to help her be the best dog she can be. And, that's true of so many animals. A lot of them come good to go. Some just, are a work in progress and need someone to be consistent. That's something that so many of these dogs haven't had in their lives, is consistency. Anyway, Cesara would do best as an only dog. She is spayed. She is up to date with her vaccinations. And again, just waiting for someone to say that, she's waiting for someone to pick her, to choose her. If you are interested in Cesara, you can email adopt@dogstarrescue.org. That's adopt@dogstarrescue.org. Now, the next dog we've got, I don't know if I'm even saying the name right, Varys, is a 2-year-old smaller girl at about 43 pounds. She's friendly, she's very high energy, and she's raring to go home. She's a people pleaser. She appreciates little things. She would thrive in an active home, even with another dog who doesn't mind rough and tumble play. She's crate trained, house trained, walks nicely on a leash. She's spayed, she's up to date on her vaccinations, and she's truly a gem. If you are interested, please email adopt@dogstarrescue.org. Once again, that's adopt@dogstarrescue.org. Next up, we have Millie. Look at this face. This dog breaks my heart. Millie is a sweet 10-year-old who had a very rough life. She's basically a throwaway mama. She was bred over and over and over. She's been beaten and abused all her life, and there is evidence of that in everything but her spirit and her loving nature. Millie needs a soft place to land where she'll be spoiled and loved and doted on and cared for the first time in her life. Millie should be the only pet at this time, which is understandable. She's been through a lot. I believe she's got some health issues, but clearly with the life that she's had, that's not exactly unheard of, I would say. She's that dog who just needs someone to love her, and I really hope that she finds that soon. You know, it's just such a shame when an animal is treated like that, and not just treated like that, but treated like that for 10 years. It's just unheard of. Anyway, if you are interested in Millie, and again, look at that face. I just want to smoosh her little nose. You can call Stephanie at 203-912-2016. That's Stephanie at 203-912-2016, or Christina at 203-228-7363. Once again, 203-228-7363, and that is for Christina. And we've got Lucy. Lucy is a 2-year-old Beagle Boxer mix who is good with other dogs. She loves kids. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's house trained and crate trained, and she is spayed and up to date with vaccinations, and just a real bundle of love. So if you are interested in Lucy, you can call Robbie again at 860-816-0176. That's 860-816-0176. So it's kind of looking like I got through these dogs, but what we're going to do is run through them one more time, and I'm going to, Zach, just wait for me after Wally. Just hold on to him. I've got to go through my notes backwards. I can't believe I went through 14 dogs and it's only been, 19 minutes, but it's okay because it proves I can do it. Wally, again, came in as a stray and was never reclaimed. He is at Meriden Animal Control, and he is just a sweetheart. I love him too. I'm falling in love with like the grays. I don't know. It's, one of those things that you kind of go through transformations. Not that I'm giving up on my black and my brindle dogs, because that'll never happen. But if you're interested in Wally, you can email adopt@savingpawsct.org. And we've got Ozzy at Ansonia Animal Shelter, who was taken up off the streets, an emaciated dog who has been there since last year, and he has made a great recovery. He is an absolute love. And if you are interested, you can call 203-410-7716. Next, we have Onyx. And Onyx is at Barkhamsted Animal Control and has been waiting also for a really long time for a home. She's had no interest, which is a real shame. And she will need a dog-savvy family, which, you know, isn't the worst thing in the world. And if you are interested in Onyx, you can call 860-309-7228. Next up, we have Willie, who was adopted and returned to the shelter when his person fell ill. That's always a heartbreaker. And he is back at the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter. You know, at least it's a good thing when a shelter will take back a dog. All the good ones will. And, you know, poor Willie had surgery recently. He's in some pain. It would be so much better for him if he could find himself a foster home. So, you know, if there's anybody out there who can, you know, help Willie out. He had surgery on his foot. He's not getting around too well. He just needs a little, you know, TLC. You can call 516-785-5220, 516-785-5220. Next, we have Annabelle. Annabelle is a gorgeous girl who's a little shy at first, but once she warms up to you, she will be your best friend. If you are interested in meeting this beautiful girl, you can email packleadersrescuect@gmail.com. Once again, that's packleadersrescuect@gmail.com. And then there's Jace, who is a handsome 3-year-old who loves the outdoors, and he would love nothing more than to go exploring with a new family and be your best friend. You can email packleadersrescuect@gmail.com. And then there's Midas, who needs to find himself a home as well. He needs a foster or a forever. He may be able to live with a female dog who is his own size. He's a strong boy, and older kids would be best. He's learning not to pull on his leash. He knows commands. He's a great dog. And you can go to furryfriendsct.org, www.furryfriendsct.org to learn more. And there's Adele, a sweet 4-year-old who would make a great family pet. She's 100% ready to move in and take over. If you are interested, you can call 860-816-0176. And then there's Nala, who is a 2-year-old bundle of energy who would really love to find a family soon. She's working on her manners. She loves everybody. And again, you can call 860-816-0176. Then there's Bruno, who is a Rottie, again, who says you can't find a purebred in rescue. It's not true. All you have to do is look. This guy gets along with everybody, big dogs, little dogs, kids. It's a beautiful thing. He's family ready and waiting for the right person to find him. 860-816-0176. Then there's Cesara, who is an absolutely beautiful girl with a personality to match. She's just waiting for someone to say that, you know, she can come home with them. She needs a patient, consistent leader. She would do best as an only dog. And if you are interested, you can email adopt@dogstarrescue.org, adopt@dogstarrescue.org. Next up is Varys, which again, I hope I'm saying that right. A 2-year-old smaller girl at 43 pounds. She's friendly, she's very high energy, she's a people pleaser, and she'd thrive in an active home. She would do okay with another dog who didn't mind a rough and tumble playmate. Again, adopt@dogstarrescue.org, adopt@dogstarrescue.org, which brings us back to Millie, who is that very sweet 10-year-old who has lived a life of breeding and abuse, and there's evidence of blunt force trauma, old and new, all over her body, but she's still a love, and her spirit will not be broken. She just needs a soft place to land. This girl breaks my heart. I hate people who just use up dogs and treat them that way. It's just not the right thing, and it kills me. The seniors, the throwaway mamas, it all hurts. So if you are interested in Millie, 203-912-2016 or 203-228-7363. Last but not least is Lucy, who is a 2-year-old, good with other dogs, good with kids, an absolute sweetheart, a bundle of love. And once again, if you are interested, 860-816-0176, 860-816-0176. I don't know, Zach, can we cruise through the pictures one more time? I've never done this many dogs before, and clearly I can do it. Actually, I can do it twice. I wasn't sure how this was going to roll, but it will. Please, there are shelters that are full. There are dogs that are going to die. Go to your local rescue and pick out a dog so they can take a dog from the pound. Go to your local pound and adopt directly. Do whatever you got to do, but please, folks, these animals are all waiting. For me to put one little post and give everybody an hour on Facebook and I end up with 14 dogs, there's so many dogs out there who need you. I'm going to say peace, love, and plenty of dogs. Until next week, thank you very much, and thanks to everyone who sent in your choices. Have a good night.